Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Randy, and we are back with a video on the channel that's actually a legitimate video. This is the beginning of a brand new league we have joined. It is the Streamer Planet Let's Go League. Now, this league, I want to give a shout out to Root 8100. We all know Root. Root's in the draft community. He's been a good pal for a long time. He actually told me about this application, and so I decided to apply. Luckily, we were one of 8 coaches to get selected, and this league's actually very unique. It's ran by a community of streamers who mainly stream like Smash and Pokemon, a lot of popular, games that are, trying to find their, like, it's a casual environment, but they have tournaments that for money. And I actually participated in the tournament a little while back, and I actually won that tournament. If you guys didn't see the full run, it's on the channel. It's the most recent video uploaded. But this league here is interesting. It's in Let's Go, obviously. Let's Go Pokemon. The rules are right here in front of you, as you can see. Let me go ahead and block out my camera so you can actually see the rules a little bit better. But you can see there's obviously no jetting allowed. It's Let's Go. Not really necessary. It's really easy to get mons in this game. Of course, level 50s, because the candies are disabled. So if it was level 100s, then you could literally... there's no EVs in this game, but the AVs, you would be able to pretty much add 200 to every stat, which is just stupid. So, like, even though there's no EVs, but for every AV, you raise your stat by 1 point. So the stats would be just ridiculous if it was level 100. And not everyone can always, grind for the candies. And this is just a better, faster, a lot faster way to play the game. So that's why it does that. 10 people, actually there's 10 people, not 8, 10 people, my bad. I already forgot. Top 4 going to playoffs, so pretty typical there. There's 2 divisions of 5, so the top 2 from each one, so it's pretty, decent odds there. Only 8 weeks, 1 match per week. Rest is banned because the timer is very low, and whoever drafts like a Snorlax or a Chansey would just be annoying. Well, not really Chansey, but mainly like Snorlax and I guess like Toxic Stallers and all that. Obviously, mons you've drafted, that's always standard. Standard Smogon single clauses, and then a few mons that have been banned. Now, I kind of disagree with Mega Zam being banned, because, like, I mean, it deserves to be banned, don't get me wrong. Let's get the camera back in here. But Mega Aerodactyl, in my opinion, is almost as broken as it, because it's so hard to switch into. Now, I understand Mega Zam is probably more broken for sure. That's not arguable. But I think Arrow's in the same league for sure, because it's just hard to switch into. Like, bulky waters do not switch into it. The only, I guess, downside to Mega Arrow is that its stab is very unreliable. Rock Slide isn't always going to hit, but there's a chance for it to flinch when it does. And then, of course, its strongest flying stab is its Fly, and Fly is kind of not very good because it's kind of easy to counter. And Wing Attack with no Tough Claws isn't doing all that much, but it's still 2-hit KOing weaknesses and OHKOing some. So, it's going to be a fun league. Obviously, we drafted... I think we drafted, how many mons did we draft? 10? Yeah, 10 mons. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where's my last mon at? I think I have one more mon here, but I guess I left it out. Is there only 9 mons? Let me double check this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where's my 10? Oh, I see what I'm missing. Okay. But you just saw my team there. But I'm going to go over the team here a bit more detail, so you guys can see, because I do think it's an interesting squad. Let me just import something else. I want to be sure I have the whole team here to go over with y'all. But yeah, it's an interesting league because there is money on the line, and I'll go over that part of it here right now. Basically what it means is that every single week they're gonna pick the best match or the best player who played the best during that week, and it's gonna be voted on by a committee, I suppose. I'm not sure exactly how they're gonna pick it, but that's the way they're gonna do it. They're gonna just pick it based off who plays the best, and I'm assuming it's based off like how you play style, what's your game plan, how well do you execute. So it's not gonna necessarily go to the best, player, like the best match. It's gonna go to the best played game, and the winner gets $20. So for 8 weeks, they're gonna hand out $20. So that's $160 worth of prizes to have a chance at getting. And actually, playing mons for cash is always nice. So that's a very good opportunity. But the big breaker here is that the first place winner of the tournament of this entire league, playoffs is best of 3, by the way. The playoffs is best of 3. So hacks isn't going to be a huge factor, I don't think. I mean, it still probably will be, but not as huge as you would like for it to be, as it could be. So the playoffs best of 3. There's 2 playoff matches, top 4, so a semifinal and a final, best of 3. So whoever comes out and wins, not only do they get a $100 cash prize, but they do get an automatic invite from A Drive in his WBE league for whenever they have their next season. So that's really cool. It's a good opportunity to get into that league, because it's probably going to be Gen 8. I'm pretty sure they're not doing any more Ultra Sun and Moon because their Let's Go League just finished. So they'll probably just hold out into a Gen 8 league. And getting in there would be very neat, man. I would love to be in that league. And who knows, maybe if I just play well and put entertaining content out, maybe I'll still get a shot. So that's the goal here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into what I drafted. Now, I did get the wheel pick. I was 5th pick because the way it was, there was 10 coaches. And we were divided into 2 groups of 5. So we drafted from 2 different pools because there's just not enough mons to draft from 10. Now there is, but like a lot of bad stuff would have been gone. Like we would have to have drafted not fully evolved Pokemon, similar to what WBE was like. So to make it more balanced, we decided to do 2 draft pools. Each pool had 5 players, so we can each get some pretty decent mons. Now, around the 8, 9, 10-ish pick, though, it did get a little bit weird for most people. But I feel like my picks were pretty solid at the end, to where I could still do stuff, which is pretty cool. So, big thank you to In Vivid Color for helping me draft. He pretty much walked me through the whole draft, which is pretty awesome. So he helped me, understand this meta a little bit. Even though I did win a tournament, I still want to draft some good stuff because ultimately this kind of format's very quick. So having the best kind of offensive typing is going to be very key to this kind of stuff, these kind of wins, especially when there's really no real walls in this game. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into our first pick. My first pick, I was a number 5 pick, so I got the wheel. I got 2 picks back to back. So Mega Aerodactyl and Mega Gengar were like off the board quick. Zapdos went, Mega Gyarados went. I believe that was the first 4 picks. It was Mega Aerodactyl. For some reason, number 2 didn't get Mega Gengar. I think number 3 didn't get Mega Gengar either. No. It was I think it was Mega Aero, and then it was Zapdos, then it was Mega Gengar, and then it was like I don't remember. I have to double check. But my first pick, wrong thing. I got Charizard X. Now Charizard X is actually kind of a questionable pick, I think, given that like rocks cannot be removed ever, so like you have to get this thing Mega Evolved as soon as you possibly can. But the thing is about Zard is that like its typing is stupid good offensively. Like nothing can switch into this thing safely. Bulky Waters can, but they really can't two-hit KO you unless they're really offensive, like a Mega Blastoise, or if they have like Earthquake. But even then, it has to be strong enough to hit KO because Zard X has pretty good defense. So I think it's actually a pretty solid, a pretty great Mega. According to Josh, it's really good, and I do think it will be very good. I can always run Adamant if I want to. I can run Modest some weeks because it does get Dragon Pulse, it gets Flamethrower, but Flare Blitz and Outrage are the 2 physical moves that are most effective. Earthquake's always neat. Not to mention Will-O-Wisp is always an option to burn stuff. So it's got a great move pool, great typing offensively and defensively somewhat. So I think it's gonna be a great pick, and to go with that, I went ahead and grabbed Starmie as my back-to-back pick on the off the wheel. And Starmie is probably one of the best mons that isn't a Mega in this format, simply because its coverage is great and its typing is also good. So it walls most water types, with the exception of some. But I mean, it's just good offensively. Like Water and Psychic is such a great combination. Stuff like a Alolan Muck is like the only thing that can pretty much check it. It's pretty much like a discount Zam. Like it doesn't hit as hard as Zam, but it still does a lot of the same things. It has a lot of the same moves like Recover, Reflect, Light Screen. But like Surf, like Hydro Pump is risky. I don't think I'd run Hydro Pump that much because all it really needs is Surf or Scald, Psychic, T-Bolt, maybe Ice Beam, maybe a Screen every now and then. But I think it's a really good mon to go with Zard because Zard will struggle a lot with the Bulky Waters, but Bulky Waters don't really have recovery in this game, and Starmie can help deal with that a little bit, and it helps deal with just a lot of, I don't know, it's a good mon. Like I thought it was a pretty solid start going with these 2. We went ahead and grabbed the Venusaur with our next pick. It was a pretty good, Venusaur is pretty good in this game because it's fast. It's base 80 speed, so it can put stuff to bed and start being very annoying very quickly. Its bulk is pretty good. It's a decent special wall here to take a hit or 2. So Venusaur just made sense. Now I wasn't going for like a Fire, Water, Grass core because I feel like it doesn't really matter here in this game, but it's still a pretty nice start to the draft because it gives me a little bit of everything to hit everything that's possible to be brought. It hits everything pretty much. So I thought it was a pretty solid start there. And then next up, we went ahead and got some speed. We have Jolteon base 130 speed. Ties for the second fastest, well, I guess third fastest, speed tier in the game because Mega Beedrill is in between this and then Electrode and Mega Aerodactyl. And in that speed gap there. But Jolteon is great because it ties with Mega Gengar, it ties with other Jolteon, ties with regular Aerodactyl. So having that speed tier was very important to get because regular Aerodactyl can tear apart the first 3 mons in my draft. Mega does also, but Jolteon does have some stuff to potentially help us out with that. I'm not going to go too in depth about the moves because I don't want to reveal any strats that I could potentially bring throughout the season. So we all know what Jolteon does. It does the same thing as it does in other games. You know, it does get status moves. Thunderbolt, Shadow Balls is probably its best non-stab because it literally doesn't get anything else worth running. Like it literally doesn't. Like Yawn seems pretty cool, but like I don't know, like attacking moves, Shadow Ball and Thunderbolt is probably all you're ever really going to see on this thing. So, I mean, it'll be fun. Jolteon's a great Pokemon, and it'll definitely be key to this league. We have Rhydon, and we need a Stealth Rocker. Probably one of the better ones. You know, not the best because it's, you know, very, very, very slow. It can be taken advantage of, but it's got great coverage, and of course, it's a great mon. It walls Zapdos completely. Zapdos is a big threat in this league because its Agility, Drill Peck, Thunderbolt set just tears apart teams. So that completely hard walls it. There's no hidden powers in this game. It has no way to hit Rhydon, so having that is always a good check to that. This deals with pretty much any electric type in the game because they don't have any sort of hidden powers in this game. So you can safely switch in ground types onto electric type in this game for the most part, unless there's something I'm forgetting about. But if I remember correctly, there's not a single electric type that can kill ground types in this game. There's what Jolteon, Electrode, Pikachu's banned. You could got regular Pikachu, I guess, but they don't have the moves. But anyways, you get my point. It does pretty well. Like, you don't have to worry about it so much. This is where the draft gets a little bit weird because I feel like the mons that you get here don't necessarily fit the team. They just do stuff that's good enough to be brought just because it does one thing so well, like if that makes sense. So it's not very necessarily fitting well with the team, but it's just adding on extra options offensively. So Tauros, great speed. Obviously the moveset is good. But without sheer force, its special attack move pool isn't really a realistic bring. So obviously it's here just for like double edge and facade, earthquake kind of stuff. It really can't do much else than that. I do have some ways that I probably will use it. You know, I do have some text in the back that I could probably bring out here. But for the most part, it's just going to be offensive. It's a great speed tier, and normal resists in this game don't really exist. There's only one steel type that's allowed in this format, and that is Magneton, and we outspeed it and we earthquake it to Oko it. So and of course the ground types, the rock types like Rhydon and Steelix is in its game, like Golem and I guess Onyx, if someone dropped an Onyx. Obviously we blow it back with an earthquake, and Onyx doesn't hit hard back, and yeah, I mean, normal spam is really good. Like in this game, it's really good. So it was a great pick. Hitmonchan, this was a tough call. I really wanted to get Hitmonlee as well because Hitmonlee has some options, but I like Hitmonchan a bit better just because it gets like bulk up and has a bit better coverage than Hitmonlee, and I figured it was just a better option in the long run. It doesn't hit as hard as Hitmonlee, but I like the options with Hitmonchan. It's got agility, bulk up. I think agility was what pretty much did it for me. I think that's pretty much the what settled it for me. So yeah, next up we have Lapras. Lapras is always cool. This isn't an order I got in draft. Like the last few mons got messed up, but it's all right. So Lapras, a little bit weird. I have Starmie already, but Lapras is actually kind of a beast because it's really, really hard to switch into Lapras because I mean you could switch in a grass type on it. But if you click Ice Beam and it comes in, it's not going to take it very well. And I have one of the better grass types already on my team, so I can already eliminate that from the pool to switch into it. So like we'll battle people from the other draft pool, so there's a chance we will face a regular Venusaur. But in my own pool, which I'm pretty sure we face everybody in our own pool, that's 4 games that I can already eliminate a Venusaur. So like switching into Lapras is not easy. And of course, let's not forget Lapras' fat is so good, 205 HP with no investment because there's no investment. So that's really good. Overall bulk is really, really good, and with that, it's just really hard to switch into. Ice Shard is going to be very key. Having priority is always nice. It's got great, coverage moves, and it's got some stuff that can be messed with. So I look forward to that. Next, we have Kingler to fill out the triple water core, but it's so much different than Starmie and Lapras that you can almost eliminate it as like another like water, because I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. Like Kingler does so much. it does its offense so much differently than Lapras and Starmie. Like, this Kingler is literally like a wall breaker, dude. Like, there's no items in this game, but you cannot switch into Crab Hammer, man. It's just too strong. Agility sets up as a sweeper. It's got great Fizz Def to where it can actually check some of the bigger threats like Aerodactyl. I guess like a Zard X. Not really. I guess maybe like a Tauros, maybe like a fighting type, something like that. It's got the defense to figure that out. And then, of course, it has some cool utility like Break Break to get rid of screens. It's got some decent coverage and Rock Slide and Superpower to help out break some stuff that it normally can't. So Kingler's good. I love Kingler. Kingler was a big part of me winning that tournament, so I definitely wanted to use that. I apologize about the lighting fluctuating. I need to figure out that autofocus kind of stuff. But our last pick here was this actually was the last pick. This was a pick that I could not decide on, but ultimately this was probably the best pick I could have gotten. Regular Chansey. I know what you're gonna say. It's terrible. It's you're scum for drafting Chansey. But at the time, if you look at my squad, like, let me just show you my squad here. Look at this. This is what I have so far. Take a look. I get bought by Mega Gengar, like, straight up. Like, Mega Gengar just eats my draft alive. Like, I have Lapras to take a hit, Zard to take a hit, Venusaur to take a hit, even though it can't pack Psychic. It doesn't safely switch into it. And I think it's important to have it switch into at least everything in this format, because if you lose more than one Mon, then it's not good, because you start losing Mons left and right, because these games are going to go quick. We're going to be trading blows, and the less I drop early game, the better chance I have to win. So Chansey actually isn't too terrible. It actually has some great moves to help out with. Another Stealth Rocker, that's an important thing to note. It gets Soft Boil, so I can recover off my damage pretty easily. It gets screens to do some screen shenanigans. You know, it gets a Calm Mind, so it could actually operate as a decent Calm Mind sweeper. Take that with like, I don't know, like, decently. I don't know how good it would do, but it probably won't do well. But, you know, this for status and Stealth Rock made it good enough for me. And again, I did not want to lose to Mega Gengar, because I'm going to probably face it maybe once or twice this season. So I do want to have some options for that. I mean, it walls any special attack here in the game. Now, the only downside to that is that its Fizz Def is horrendous, as you can tell here. Any physical attack from any physical attacker will probably OHKO it. It's that weak. Like, any fighting move like that's physical, whether or not it's stab, will probably kill me. It's just that low. There's no Eviolite, there's no EVs, you can't save it. That's the only, you know, downside to it. So like Dugtrio, regular Dugtrio can almost OHKO me with an Earthquake. Like, that's just bizarre. Like, its defense is horrendous, but it's so good, especially defensively, that it's still good enough to bring on certain games. So I look forward to using Chansey. I think it's not going to be that passive. Like, given that you can't invest in this game, having like Modest Nature won't be bad some weeks. With like certain moves that like prevent Mon from subbing up or something. Like, maybe Dazzling Gleam can help. Maybe Ice Beam, Flamethrower. I don't know. Like, I think it won't be that bad to use. I just have a feeling. So that is the squad. That is our squad for the Streamer Planet League. We don't really have like team names. We do, but like we don't really have like a formal, like, I don't know, like graphics for it. So we're gonna be the Team Rockets, of course, the Houston Team Rockets. So that's our new team. You'll see more about it in the GBA, but here we're just gonna roll out with whatever we got here, because this league isn't as high profile, but they actually have a lot of people working on this league. Apparently they're gonna have power rankings every Monday live stream on Twitch. So if you guys want to come see the power rankings, they'll be every Monday on Twitch. It'll probably be around like 6 p.m. Eastern. They haven't told us the time yet, so that'd be pretty cool to see that. And then, of course, our games, they're actually probably going to be live streamed, all of them on Twitch. So you're just going to have to follow me on Twitch to see when they go live if you're interested. Now, I probably will upload the VODs to YouTube, probably unedited. I don't feel like, you know, just digging through it. I'll probably literally just upload the Twitch replay. But if you want to see them live, be sure to go follow me on Twitch, and then of course I'll save the VOD there for you guys to watch it there, or, you know, just you watch it on YouTube if I get a chance to upload it. I probably will, but, you know, there's nothing wrong with getting Twitch, man. Just get Twitch and watch it on Twitch. It'll be all right, okay? But yeah, man, that is the team. That is what we're rocking with. I believe for week 1 we are going up against Ioku. So yeah, there he is, Ioku, and his I forgot the name of his team that team name. We faced him in PGBL one time, but yeah, this is the squad tier, and this is going to be our preview of our matchup here. As you can tell, he does have that Mega Gengar, as I was talking about. He's got a pretty threatening team, and this is my team over here. So this will be a week 1 game. Our week 1 game will be going live sometime this week, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, team builders will probably be right before the game, so you don't have to worry about that. So yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that little Streamer Planet intro. A little bit longer than I liked, but I have to explain what's going on. Yeah, so 8 weeks. You guys can look forward to this league going along with the GBA main season league. So 2 leagues being uploaded. It went from 0 to 2. So yeah, I'm officially back, y'all. I will see you guys for the premiere of GBA and Streamer Planet coming very, very soon. So I'll catch y'all later. Thank you.